experience at TBM has truly been an amazing one. It's so electrifying to come to a facility like this with over 25 courts and different types too. There are outdoor courts, indoor courts, clay courts and all of that. And it was also lovely to play with new players and to understand what it's like to be playing such intense matches against a variety of different persons, which is what the college experience would be like. Also, it was really amazing working with the coaches here. They offered lots of advice and tips. We also had private sessions with Coach Chris, which were very valuable, especially to my game, because he was able to pay attention to detail when it comes to my shots, and things such as serves and my backhand we worked on immensely, and I'm very grateful for it because it will take my game to the next level. I'm very grateful for this opportunity, and it's truly a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity that I will never forget. Everyone here is so warm and welcoming, from the coaches to the family that we stayed with to the players, and thank you so much for this amazing opportunity. TBM is just how it is advertised.
My experience at TBM was one that I'll never forget. It was a very educational week for me as I was dealing with an injury and I was unable to play physically. But mentally, the coaches and the staff here at TBM catered to me. I spent about 2 hours every day in the gym, strengthening my knee as that's my injury. And I spent a lot of time sitting and watching the players and Ranika hit. This week, Coach Chris took some of his personal time to come and help me and Ranika with our mistakes. Simple shots like our backhand, slices and serves, he helped us to be more confident and more consistent in, and I'm grateful for that. I'm grateful that he took time out of his busy schedule, that he was able to help us get to Texas to help us improve our game. I realized a lot of things that, one, they are very consistent, which is something that I have to work on. They have a high level of tennis, they are very intense, and they take training very seriously. I realized this week that I have a lot of work to do in terms of my game physically, but also mentally I have a lot to grow and to become the better player that I want to be. It was great being here, seeing new coaches, hearing new ideas, seeing new strategies, being able to experience this with Ranika. It was a very great experience.
Just want to welcome the Anguilla team here this week. They've done an incredible job of coming in and getting involved with the program, and the girls have worked hard. Coach Shridath has done an incredible job of walking around visiting all of our programs from the ages 3 all the way up to 18, and I think that at the end of the day, this is what this whole relationship is about between Anguilla Tennis Academy and TBM. It's been going on now for over 26 years. We've had many pros from TBM go down there to volunteer their time. Of course, I've used to live there and have been going down there for the last 26 years and have thoroughly enjoyed my time there and getting to know so many kids and families through the process. So this week, for the girls, they've been able to come into an environment where they see kids just really give 100% for the time that they're on the court, and it's a great example of work ethic and just having a goal and setting a goal on a daily basis and achieving that goal. Of course, one of the things that they have to look forward to is playing a tournament probably at least once a month, and so those goals are directly related to competing in those events. And that's something that the Anguilla Tennis Academy in the last year has gone out of their way to provide tournament play for the kids of Anguilla and St. Martin, and we now have this kind of competitive atmosphere between the two islands, and then hoping in the future to open that up to more islands, because at the end of the day, the kids are going to benefit the most from being on the court and seeing how their skills compare to other kids in the local Caribbean area, and then that allows these kids to get UTR ratings, which in turn allows us to talk to college coaches and getting them college scholarships. So again, they have come here, they've worked incredibly hard. I think they've developed some great friendships, of course, along the way, and that's a big part of it, staying with the host family. I want to thank the Shannon family for hosting the girls. Allie's won several, I think, silver balls or gold balls this year, playing national tournaments, and they were a great host family. What a great example for these girls to see what it takes to be a champion. Just want to talk a little bit about the relationship between T-Bar-M and Anguilla Tennis Academy. A lot of people ask, how did that come into play? And so the history is, I lived on the island of Anguilla from 1993 to 1996. I was the director of tennis at Cap Juluca Resort, and I was looking for a young athlete in the area that hopefully would like to learn to play tennis and make those skills even better. And I knew of Mitch. I heard of Mitch on the island. I'd see him walking around. He had a little tennis necklace on, and so it was evident that tennis was a big part of his life. And reached out to Mitch and his family, asked if he could come to work at the tennis center with another two boys from Anguilla. And through those three boys, we started getting on the court, playing tennis, and 2 years later, two of them received full scholarships to college, United States, Mitch Blake being one of them. And Mitch, after going to college, after being there for a couple of years, decided that, this is exactly what we need to do for the rest of the kids on the island. And that's kind of the idea of the Anguilla Tennis Academy. And to Mitch's credit, he put all the, if you will, just got down and in the nitty gritty of how to make things happen, where there was no courts for the local kids, ballroom courts from the different resorts. And next thing you know, over 5,000 kids have gone through this program. I think we're close to 30 years in existence at this stage, and so many kids have received tennis scholarships over the years. The two girls that are here this week are both going to play college tennis next fall, and so just wanted to go through a little bit of why T-Bar-M. So I after leaving Anguilla, moved to Australia, and actually coached a couple of kids from Australia who ended up going to school with Mitch in North Carolina, and that connection, which is crazy to think of now, but Mitch got that tennis academy going, and then I started flying back with my wife every year to coach the kids and bringing in college coaches, and really, from just a grassroots and organically grew something that was just a couple of kids into a program that has served the island of Anguilla very well.
This experience was amazing, and we really couldn't have done it without Coach Mitch and the team at the Anguilla Tennis Academy. And we'd also like to thank Coach Shridath, who was always behind the scenes working with us, and also Coach Mitch especially, because he had a vision for us.
Yeah, and he's so proud in our game, so confident in how far we've come. He's really like the push that we need each day to become the better tennis players that he sees us as.
And he constantly believes in us, and here we're also in another environment where there are coaches around us, and Coach Chris, who believe that we can excel in the sport of tennis.
And we could be greater than we are now.
Yep. Thank you, Coach Mitch and T-Bar-M.